Hello, Aries, and welcome to your January 2022 General Love Reading. Please note that this is a reading for the collective, so this reading may or may not resonate with you, and if it doesn't, that's okay. Maybe the next one will. So this reading is going to be either about somebody you are with, somebody you used to be with, or the person who is on your mind. Only the cards will tell us. We will be using the Rider-Waite deck as well as Universal Waite for any further clarification that may be necessary. Okay, so I put this off to the side. Okay. Take this one off. Okay. So let's see what we have for you, Aries. Aries, whoever this person was, you thought that they were the real deal. You truly felt in your heart that they were the one. You felt that this would be the relationship that would stick and would work out. You have the King of Cups here, who is a very empathetic and nurturing figure. That's what you thought that this person was. You thought that this would be a relationship worthy of admiration, that other people would envy and other people would want. Don't know if you were dealing with a fire sign, only because we do have two cards which are wands, but this person came in quickly and then in a flash it looked like they turned around. They turned around and disappointed you greatly. Let's delve further. So Aries, this person wasn't ready for you. They weren't ready for you at all. They were extremely, extremely immature. They weren't in a position to handle you and what you had to offer. They weren't in a position to be serious with you. They're not there yet. They haven't leveled up yet and got into that position. You truly felt that this was going to be a stable relationship. In your eyes, this person had everything that you were looking for. You felt that emotional connection. There was a physical connection, no question, no doubt, but there was also that emotional connection. And while they did view you as like the ideal partner, they were also intimidated by you. Okay? They saw Aries, and here's Aries who has everything together. They have their home together. They have their life together. They're looking good. They're kind to everybody. They treat others well. Nothing wrong with Aries, the ideal partner. And this person felt that they could not measure up. So while you were looking at them and thinking, here's my person, here's my ideal partner, they're looking at you in the same way, okay, because they're acknowledging the same as you, but they were too intimidated and too immature to be able to measure up and answer that call. Okay? And boy, did they pull a fast one here. Did they pull a fast one? And they know they did. They know they did. They know within themselves that they were inadequate for you. Now, that's not to say that they're not going to make changes, and at some point in the future that potentially they will rise to the occasion and be able to meet you at the exact same stage and standing where you are. But at the time, that was not the case. Okay, you saw that. Their actions have made you second guess what you were feeling, Aries, because that was your King of Cups. Now, this reading is just reading energies. I'm not saying, that it was a male or female or not. It's, we're not talking about genders. We're talking about the energy of the card. You felt that this person was your King of Cups. They had everything to offer emotionally. Okay. But then when they got a little shaky and they started to back off and then, completely disconnected, you saw that different side of them and you did not expect that side. Okay. Now, maybe they're accustomed to doing this to other people, and maybe they thought that they could just like drop things and back off and, just kind of leave you hanging, because it looks like they left you hanging there. But, maybe they haven't dealt with an Aries before, because you don't pull that kind of thing on an Aries, okay? You do not pull that kind of thing on an Aries, because Aries does not entertain foolishness. Aries does not entertain fools. Now, that's not to say that you're not hurting over this. That's not to say that this person is on your mind. That's not to say that you have dreams and you have thoughts that keep you up at night. You are hurting, Aries, and rightfully so. Absolutely rightfully so. As you should be. Let's delve a little further. We're still using the Rider-Waite deck, the Sun. Very interesting, Aries. So Aries, it's interesting to me that these positive cards line up the way that they do. You have the King of Cups, the Four of Wands, and the Sun card. Again, you really thought that this would be your happiness. You felt that this would be a stable and a happy union. Why wouldn't you? And yet here they are, and they moved away from it. They completely moved away from the situation without so much as an explanation. Extremely immature. You have somebody here. See, again, Aries doesn't play like that, okay? And yet here you have somebody who is grown, and that's not to say that they're old, but I mean grown, mature enough, should be chronologically mature enough. We're not dealing with like a middle school kid situation, right? You have somebody who's grown and who is behaving like that, leaving you hanging, and they just moved on. But did they? They truly do know, Aries, what they did. They do think about you, but the thing is, they have a very difficult time accepting their own faults, acknowledging their own shortcomings. And maybe this is not just you who thinks about them, because you do and you are hurt, and rightfully so. But maybe this is them as well. Maybe this is them unable to face their own behavior. Okay, because they are not These cards here together, again, it's interesting how they line up vertically like that and tell us the entire story. Okay? They're not sleeping easily. They're up at night as well, because I think that this is something that they've done not just to you, but to other people as well. Let's clarify further and see if there's any more messages here. Two of Cups. Again, the positivity keeps lining up here. Strength. So Aries, I'm going to say it again. It's very possible that you are dealing with a fire sign, potentially a Leo. And I say that because of all the wands that have shown up, but also because of the Sun card and the Strength card here. Hope you could, like, it's coming through in the image. Okay. So once again, what we have here is King of Cups, Four of Wands, the Sun card, and the Two of Cups. Your heart was devoted to this person, Aries. Your heart was devoted to making this work. And you and I both know that it still is. You and I both know that it still is. Okay? They saw you as the Empress. Meanwhile, their life, I think, it's not just a matter of immaturity. I think that their life is kind of in shambles. I think that they have unstable living situation, potentially unstable job, potentially unstable, family of origin. There's some instability there. And maybe there's none of that, and it's just internal, emotional, and mental instability, more so emotional. They're immature and are unable to handle their own emotions. Okay. You've been utilizing a lot of strength yourself, though, Aries, to try to get over this, because I know that you are heartbroken, and I know that this has affected you emotionally a great, great, great deal. Once again, Page of Wands, immaturity. That energy coming in, but immature. Can only do so much. Can only do so much. The Hangman left you hanging, and they moved on. Okay. And this indicates to me that you are hard at work to try to put yourself together, to try to distract yourself from whatever it is, that really happened there. You're trying to distract yourself by any means. Some of you may have thrown yourselves into work as a distraction, because the more you work, the less you're left alone with your own feelings, and the less you have to think about it. Okay? And I think you're both staying up at night to a certain extent. You, because you're heartbroken and you're thinking about this person, and them because they know that they did you wrong, Aries. They totally did you wrong. See, here's them looking back. They had the battle, and the battle was between you and them. They're not walking away feeling so good. They're not looking forward. They're looking back as well. And I think they're looking inward. They're the ones who have to deal with their own thoughts. Okay? They're not looking forward. They're not coming off of this as a winner. They're staying up at night just the way you are. There's no resting easy here. The only person who should feel like they're resting easy is you. Because you didn't do anything wrong here. Okay? And you are looking to the past, and you are reviewing everything in your mind again. And it makes sense. And for some of you, you've been doing this for a really, really, really long time. A really long time. And I'm not going to say that it's going to stop anytime soon. That's where your own internal strength and your own willpower is going to come in. To be able to manage the emotional carnage of the situation. I know that sounds a bit extreme, but for some of you, I'm picking up that it was. You have to use your own internal strength and try to refocus your mind and your thoughts when they drift off in that direction. Okay, you did nothing wrong here. You were the Empress. They just couldn't live up to that. They couldn't. So they bailed. Okay. So that's what I have for you today, Aries. Until next time, thank you.